Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually...
Oh?
Do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one... Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know.
Great! I'm on sugar-frosted slime now.
See some action. Told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Yep. It's great. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, it's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two freshly picked...
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got in...
Everything's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
The clouds may darken and
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, Are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us for...
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
I need a more physically demanding job.
Wowee! What a huge haul!
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. An easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. You really... Well, should we not... Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we... Anyway, we'll see if you're... Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Sorry, anything business related is confidential. Sorry, anything business related is confidential.
You're in for a little shock. So, you don't have to confirm it afterwards. Why not sit down for a while in the Jade Chamber? Or have a short stroll? Rest is also an integral... Come now.
Looks stunning today.
This gives good market insight. Told you I'd win.
My.
Freeze!
Don't be scared.
I'll keep this close.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Got a problem you can't solve.
Amber, reporting.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
You'll get frostbite. That's exactly.
Have a load of this!
It's time for a flash freeze. You're not going anywhere.
Fry!
Chill to the bone.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
This one's well done!
No excuse for slacking.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Frozen descent.
You're up!
No escape!
Come a little closer. Heep, 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 here. Hup. Heep, hup, huh, here.
This is bad. My duty. At an end.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Have a load of this.
Here.
Shouldn't get careless. Detoxifying heat. This one's well done.
Get ready, go!
Roasted fried. You need to hurry up.
It's time for a flash freeze.
Harden up.
Chill to the bone.
Starfall!
Take cover. Let's end this quickly.
You're in for a little shock.
I will end you. That seemed to work. This one's well done.
Don't be scared!
This one's well done.
Chill to the bone.
Let's end this one's well done. Left to myself. Almost. You need to hurry up.
Frozen descent.
You need to hurry up.
You're in for a little shock.
Oh no. I'm gonna...
This one's well done.
Come a little closer.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Go, very fun! Hey!
Drop!
You're not
Roasted fries. You need to hurry up. This one's well done. Roasted fries. You need to hurry up.
You're in for a little
This one's well done. Roasted fries. This one's well done.
I have some for you too.
Starball!
You need to hurry up. Feels hot. You're not going anywhere. Was it a set?
Go away!
No one escapes my sights. Get him.
Oh no! Send this quickly.
You're in for a little shock.
I watch
You're in for a little shock.
Let's not waste
Come a
time.
little.
This is trouble.
Go, go, big. Drop. Crumble apart. No escape.
Come a little closer.
Let's end this quickly.
Surrendering and be gentle. Come a little closer.
Don't be scared!
Let's end this quickly.
Go get it, you
You're in for a little shock.
Starball!
Let's end this quickly.
Go, go, Berry Bunny.
Shake!
You're in for a little.
Ublade, you're up! Drop!
Let's end this quickly.
No one escapes my sights.
Don't be scared!
Come a little closer.
Not so hard. Let it
Let's end
rip.
this quickly. Let's not waste time.
Ublade, you're up!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Stay put!
Come a
Let's end
little
this
closer.
quickly.
You've been a naughty boy. caught things up a...
Uglade, you're up! Drop!
This isn't good.
Here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew. That sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Star ball! Stay put! No escape!
You're in for a little shock. Yep.
Drop! Crumble apart!
Don't be such a brute.
Don't be scared! Get it!
close.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon, yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you must be...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? But why did we... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Pink...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing.
So how good is your singing? Really? What?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lille?
You, Blaze, you're up.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Hey, don't be such a brute. Hup. Hup. Here.
Starball. Yeah. Yeah. Shake. Yeah. Drop.
Don't get it, you Blaze.
Stay put. Starball.
Surrender and be gentle. You're in for a little shock.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Straight, the glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... what's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to...
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely...
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did...
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Yujing Terrace is where whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those are... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has...
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought... If you would excuse me, I should return...
And that just about does it. Our preparation, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business and...
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left...
Wow. See? Jean? All right. I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor. What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Park. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but however both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or neither path is an easy one?
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in...
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully,
Having connections with the Fatui. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants, he must be waiting for the moment. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
The Liyue Qixing. To think that they'd go once the Adept...
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like it. Oh, right, that gets quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to go make sure that the Exuvia is...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were either way, we now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming.
Don't be scared!
Try this.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Voyager.
No escape!
You're in for a little...
Run all you like!
Stay put! Starball!
Cowering already? How unbecoming.
Hey, go away! Don't be scared!
Come a little closer.
Not bad, not bad.
My. You.
Drop!
A clear shot. Poor timing. Cowering already? Poor timing.
You're in for a little shock. Don't be such a brute.
How unbecoming.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Got you.
Stay put!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
You, Blake! You're up! Shake!
Crush you! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Drop! Stay put!
Tired.
Let's spark things up a little.
You, Blade! You're up! Ready?
Yep.
Die here.
Stay put! Crumble apart!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. My.
Starball! Drop!
Die here.
Drop! Stay put! Yes!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just—
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now—
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. For the weak, the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our—
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can—
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to— But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand— Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden... Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for— Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti—
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is—
What? What?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista, and as fate would have it, One who did craft the Guizhong ballista. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Back into it!
You're in for a little shock.
I have run! Miscalculated.
Don't be scared!
Let's move.
Let it rain!
You, Glade! You're up!
This first. Looks like I went too far.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
I will end this day right there. Let's not waste time.
Legion God's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow, it's Madam Pink's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
My duty without an end.
little closer.
We've only just begun. Looks like
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Strong in body and spirit, that perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too much.
You're not going anywhere.
Drop!
Let it rain. Bet you can't keep up with me.
Just exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
It's sparkling supper.
No one escapes my sight.
This isn't good.
Starball! Ha! Don't get him, Uruguay! Uruguay, you're up!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
So quiet.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adept, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead...
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outland?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's as the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock to be
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never...
Huh? Why does everyone look so
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on although their blood is weak. There is still strength to be found. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition.
Seems like the Adepti have had a chance.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right...
Looks like the conflict between human... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still... Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank... But last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure that...
You stop at Zigu Antiques? Bad news for my purse.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certain.
Paimon knew that we should...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you...
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chia? No, wait. That's an exciting twist.
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter so...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best, as you know. I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds, asking...
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue the city I had dwelt in for so long? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the adept. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have... That's right. Which is why I continued to...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when...
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with... Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on... All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my...
Huh? That doesn't...
On the contrary, I think it is...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god,
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsar... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, so Rex Lapis... Oh, come on. Do you think that there's only one real possibility? Fatui? Shh! Lower your voice.
You know that god from the ocean?
Yes, and to think that this
Say, do you think...
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural...
forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has recouped nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translate. So that's... something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up? Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after it? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also
3,700 years of...
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blinded by our prosperity, the long unending. Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
But it's... well, that's fine.
Perhaps memento...
As for the more...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Li... And here you are looking...
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the right, if the two of you can
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you.
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I'm a...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now, but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as in...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we should...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the...
That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began
Vision hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the...
They want to seize visions, but...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto All right then. Was there anything else you... That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything...
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniable. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relation. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for All right then. Was there any... The time of the Adepti has long passed. Kuching is absolutely right in saying... Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your nose since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible! We're all...
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll...
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right, then. Well then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside the...